You're listening to The Building Code, your guide for a better way to run your business. I'm Tom Houghton.
Hey, Tom. Paul Worth. Happy to be here.
Hey, Paul. Great to be here with you in person.
Energetic.
Oh, I love it.
This is how we start everyone.
I think we try.
Okay. Yeah. Some days are better than others.
Some days are better than others. We got a good day.
Yeah. You know.
So on the up and up.
We're just like everybody else. Some good days, some bad days. Just because we're up here on our pedestal hosting
our
this
podcast pedestal.
wildly successful podcast.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You know, we're just like you, listener.
Just like you, listeners. Hey, thanks, listeners, for tuning in. We appreciate it. You know, don't forget to rate and subscribe to our podcast. Don't forget to join the Building Code Crew Facebook fan page.
Oh.
Yep. And don't forget, if you want a new place to engage with the podcast, you can find it on YouTube.
Hold on a second. So how do they find the one on Facebook? Just search Building Code.
Yeah, if you just search the Building Code Crew.
Producer Danielle's nodding.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You manage that one, don't you, Danielle? Okay.
Yeah. Thumbs up from Danielle.
Thumbs up.
Yep.
And then we're now on YouTube.
We're now on YouTube.
Can they see our beautiful faces?
No. Yeah. It's probably better for them, though.
Probably
a better experience. They can listen to while they work. You know, just pull up YouTube in the background, listen to the podcast, learn something.
You know what they say? Got a face for podcasts.
Yeah, exactly. That is the new 2020 saying. Speaking of learning, let's talk about learning about our guests. So we've got Marc Jacocks joining us today, Director of Marketing at 210 Homebuyers Warranty. Super excited to talk about his role there, about what this is, and how it integrates with Buildertrend. So let's bring Marc on. He's joining us via Zoom. Marc, how's it going?
Going very well. Thanks for having me. How you guys doing today?
Doing good.
I think we're pretty great.
We're having a good day.
Off of that intro. Yeah.
Where are you out of, Marc? Where are you coming from?
So I'm based out of Denver, Colorado. 210 HBW is headquartered here in Denver, and we got about 500 folks out here enjoying the Rocky Mountain sunshine.
Wow, that was surprising. 500.
Yeah, I know another company that's got 500 people in it.
Yeah, 500-ish.
500. Yeah, it's a round-ish figure. Yeah, good old Buildertrend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're starting on the right foot.
That's good. So, Marc, tell us a little bit about 210 Homebuyers Warranty. I think let's start. I mean, we typically start with all of our guests about the name of the company, and we've been sitting here scratching our heads going, there's got to be something with this name. So tell us the background on the 210 name.
Sure. So 210 Homebuyers Warranty, we're the industry-leading provider of structural warranties, and that's where our name actually comes from. So when you think about a structural warranty, it involves the workmanship, the distribution systems, and the structural coverage, and that's usually 1 year of workmanship, 2 years of distribution systems, insert the 2, and 10 years of structural. So the 210 and the name actually comes from the flagship coverage that we provide for home builders. So I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but we've been in business for about 40 years. Excited to work with builders across the country. 1 in 7 new construction homes comes with a structural warranty from 210. Love working with our builders to protect their profits, help them promote their quality, and plan for the future.
Those are some impressive stats right there.
I have a question, although I know the answer to this, but for people who don't, what would be a distribution system? What would be an example of that?
Asking for a friend.
I got it.
Yeah.
Asking for a friend, sure. So a distribution system is going to be, you can think of it as anything behind the walls in our new construction home. So the venting, the wiring, electrical, plumbing, anything that goes behind the drywall, that's the distribution system.
And you're saying those 1, 2, and 10-year warranties, that is just an industry standard. No matter who you build with or where you build, you're getting those warranties, or can you kind of unpack that one?
Sure, that's it's the industry standard for traditional structural warranty. So that's what we do. We offer third-party insurance-backed structural warranties to home builders. It comes from the mandates that most states have. Statute of repose that says, as a builder, I am required by law to provide a level of quality in the homes that I build, and I'm responsible for the workmanship, distribution systems, and structural components for a set number of years. And in most states, there is some variance, but most states have a 10-year statute of repose for the structural components.
Got it.
Very good. So obviously this affects a lot of home builders. So just in case there are some home builders out there who aren't using 210 or want to know more about warranties, let's talk about what warranties do, what do they cover, and why builders need it.
Sure. So, again, traditionally, most builders are familiar with the structural warranty, a 210 warranty, for the risk mitigation aspects that it provides. It does, provide that liability transfer for that builder for the statute of repose, so that they're not on the hook for the structural, failure, which can, range from $47,000 and up. So they're pretty pricey. And so that's really the cornerstone of, the traditionally what people think about when they think about a structural warranty. But, it's really one part of the story, and the approach that we take is pretty holistic, and, the products and services that we provide are designed to deliver more than just this protection against that catastrophic loss.
So when it comes to 210, and obviously you guys market to builders, very similar to what we do at Buildertrend, and you talk about, the highest level of your value statement or why you should use 210. What does that look like? Let's just start there.
Yeah. So, you think about a builder, and you think about the things that builders care about and what keeps a builder up at night. They're generally not laying around in bed going, "Oh man, structural defects." Yeah. What they're thinking about is, how do I sell more homes for the best margin possible, right? Mm-hmm. How do I close on a house and be done with it? What can I do to protect my reputation and make sure that I can stay competitive in the market? Those are the things that builders worry about, and those are the types of things that we try to help them with. We, like I said, we try to work with the builder to make sure that we can protect their profits so that they're making as much as they possibly can on every home. We want to help them promote their quality. We want to make sure that we're helping protect their reputation so that they can differentiate their offerings in the market. And we want to help them plan for the future, whether their exit strategy is get out now, get out in 5 years, pass it down to my son, whatever it may be. We want them to have a plan for the future.
That's great. Planning for the future is very important. So let's talk about how the warranty helps with that process, and working with 210 can do that. So obviously we also have an integration now with 210. So let's turn the corner and talk a little bit about that and how we can benefit our listeners there.
It's funny. I was actually listening to one of your episodes, and you had David Arnold on, who is the Chief Strategy Officer of Buildertrend. One of the things that I thought was interesting that he said is he was talking about the evolution of Buildertrend and how, it's evolving from just a project management platform into something that's, more encompassing and solving, the needs that builders face on an everyday basis. And, I like that from a couple of standpoints. One, it provides this opportunity for us to work together, and two, it provides, a very similar, very aligned philosophy to what our approach is.
It'd be good just to explain how the partnership came to be and what does that look like for our clients?
This is a conversation that we've been having with Buildertrend for a while. I think it actually started at the International Builder Show a couple of years ago. Started talking to David while he was there, and there's a lot of synergy around what you guys are doing from a project management and providing this holistic platform for your builders, and what we do to make sure that there's this really critical aspect that can be covered off with the products and services that 210 HPW provides.
Nice. So let's talk about how this partnership and how 210 helps solve some of the problems that our listeners might be facing. So one of those obviously is, bottom line dollars. We're all concerned about that. How do you continue to make sure money's coming in the door? So how is having a home warranty protecting your profit?
Sure. That's a great question. So, I touched a little bit on the intro there about the catastrophic and the $47,000 average price for a structural defect claim. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of opportunity for our programs and services to help our builders protect profit through, saving money, setting better expectations, and creating a better customer experience. So customer experience is a big one. Every builder that you talk to, every builder website you go to, there's some mention of and/or devotion to customer experience, which makes a lot of sense because it's a critical component for any business to find success. So you think about customer experience, and there's really two factors that come into play, and it's what is your experience as compared to what your expectations are. And then how well were you treated? How did the product or service you received actually perform? So you think about that first one, that expectation versus reality. I think it's probably fair to say that builders may not always do the best job of setting an expectation during the sales process of what the experience of home ownership is going to be like. if you walk into a model home or you're looking at a builder, a prospective buyer is walking through a house. I don't think that the builder, the sales professional, is looking around saying, up there's the spot where you're going to see the nail pops, and over here is where the drywall is going to crack in about 6 months, and this is where the tile is going to break. They're not talking about that, and it's hard to say that you could blame them for it, because that's not what they're there for. They're there to sell the dream of what my life will be like if I live in this home. But the reality is for a lot of folks, when they're buying a new construction house, this is the first time they've done that, and they don't understand that a house is going to settle, and that's completely normal, and that nail pops are going to happen. They don't have that expectation. So 6 months into living in the new house and they see a drywall crack, it doesn't provide the best experience for them. So having a clearly written warranty with performance guidelines that not only set better expectations on the front end, but makes it easier to have those fit and finish conversations with the customer at the time is a tremendous benefit for builders and that customer experience. That second piece is the customer experience on what they get truly from a customer service perspective. And this can be a challenging one. Builders often find themselves in a tough spot because they want to be good to their customers. They want to make sure that they're protecting their reputation. And so they're going to go above and beyond on nights and weekends, and they're going to answer the phone, and they're going to take the texts and the emails. But every single one of those communications, and every single time they have to go back out to a house, that's money out of their pocket. And that's time spent away from building their next home. We definitely talk about the protection against the catastrophic, but it does not take a catastrophe to lose money on one of these homes. So, builders partner with 210 so they can leverage our team to take those phone calls so that they can still provide a great level of service to their customers without actually having to be the one who picks up the phone and devotes their time to it. We're going to take over 250,000 calls on behalf of our builders this year.
Wow.
So that's got to be the big selling point, at least as I've talked to home builders over the last 14 years, is that, I think you nailed it. So you build this home for Bill and Julie. You become in a relationship with them. You become friends. You're hoping for a referral. You're hoping for a great, exit to it, maybe a long-standing relationship. Even if you do a good job of setting expectations about, hey, things are going to settle, things are going to go wrong, but here's our process, you still will find yourself in a position of having to tell them that, nope, that's not covered by warranty. Because they're going to ask anyway, right? It's like when you get a warranty on your car. Right. For some reason, everything that goes wrong with it
isn't covered.
Just isn't covered.
It's not covered.
And I'm not saying that's true with a home, but it's instead of the builder who's created that relationship with the couple who owns a home, you're the middle person then.
Yep.
A third party that doesn't have any bias, and you're just going to tell them straight, right?
That's absolutely right. And so there is tremendous value there from having maybe a difficult conversation because you love that couple and you want to do everything for them. You still have that right as a builder, but you also have us to fall back on to have that difficult conversation. And while we hope that every single one of our homeowners is delightful and reasonable, if you can show me a builder that has never had a difficult homeowner, then I can show you a builder that hasn't been doing this all that long, because that's just unfortunately the reality sometimes. So having a service there that has these great guidelines that clearly articulate what is and isn't covered, and then a team there to back up what that coverage is professionally is extremely invaluable to a builder.
Yeah, I get that. Tom and I talk on these airwaves.
The pod waves
all the time about how much we love the construction industry, how it's got a bad rap, I would say, just in general, and how we really love people who are trying to elevate that reputation, and so we talk about that in the sales process all the time, things you could do to do that. But I guess 210 would be one of those things you could do in the sales process to say, look, I'm a real home builder. I've been doing this a long time. I have this reputable company, 210, is going to take care of all of your post-construction needs. Is that a value prop for you guys as well, to say, look, you should be showing this in the sales process and becoming a reputable, in their eyes, builder? Yeah,
I think you hit it right on the head there, Paul. You think about a reputation for a home builder. It's that the cornerstone of the success of their business is based on how well they do and the qualities they build, et cetera. Reputation is everything. And so how do you validate who you are as a builder and the types of homes that you build? It makes a difference. And there's a big difference between you as a builder saying, look at me, look how great my house is, I build really good homes, and a third party coming in saying, you know what, there's a commitment to quality here, and there is some third party standard that's being levied against, the home that's being built. So think about it from this standpoint. For me, I don't know about you guys, but for me and my wife, we can't go eat at a new restaurant without looking at Yelp to see what other people thought about the experience that they had. The statistics on entrepreneurs say it's about 78% of folks look for some form of third-party validation before making even a nominal purchase decision, let alone one of the largest decisions in their life. So having that third-party validation from the industry leader does provide phenomenal peace of mind for prospective buyers, because they know that they're buying from someone that's going to be around a while, that cares about quality and cares enough to make an investment to ensure that they're going to have a good home ownership experience. Yeah,
I think what I love about this is, we preach Buildertrend as this way to level up your business, and what I love is 210 is also doing that as, hey, there's a better way to do it, and 210's also doing that to make sure that you're providing that customer experience all the way through, not only the build, we're handling that, but then after the build. And that's why I think this partnership is so great. It not only benefits the builder, but also their customer. And then that cycle can repeat itself over and over and over again to drive that builder's business through the roof to the next level. Love it.
That's right.
So let's talk about planning for the future, and how warranties can help with that. How can 210 help with planning for the future?
Yeah, I guess I have a question, because I know that was one of your, when we just said, hey, what's the benefit of 210? That was your third one, and I guess for me, I didn't draw a direct line, which is probably really good. Nobody's maybe thought of this one, so unpack that one a little bit.
We touched on the big component, which would be the 10-year tail that you may have, depending on what your statute of repose is in your state. That's 10 years of liability. If you stop building today, that means the house that you finish today, for the next 10 years, you're on the hook for the value of that home, for anything that may happen to it. You ask most builders, where are you going to be in 10 years? They may not be able to tell you. I can tell you where your liability is going to be if you don't do something about it, right? Yeah. So from that standpoint, from the true risk mitigation standpoint, that's a huge component of planning for your future. But, there's more. You think about all the things that you can do today to protect yourself going forward. But think about the things that you can do to build your business. Maybe you're in a growth mode, and you know that in 10 years you want to be 10 times the size, and you're going to staff up, and you're going to need additional support resources and things like that. 210 is built to be able to grow with you, whether it's the in-house engineering expertise we have through every facet of the building process, or like I said, the training of your staff and or sales teams or warranty teams or our dispute resolution team. I'd say that's probably one of the biggest things that we have is as your customer base grows, and as you think about where you want to go with your company, just having the manpower and the resources to help you succeed there.
Yeah. What was the number again? You guys are number of calls?
250,000, right?
250,000 this year.
And those calls aren't short. I mean, if you're the actual builder taking that phone call,
yeah, that's your life you just gave away.
That's a lot of time.
That's a lot of,
That makes a ton of sense. I mean, I think you guys have a really strong, set of benefits there. I mean, it's very, very clear to a builder. I will ask the hard-hitting question. You guys are for profit, correct? You guys charge for this.
We are a for-profit company, as it turns out.
Yeah. I won't ask how much it is. I don't even know. But when you're talking to a builder about, hey, it's going to cost you X, but you're going to get Y out of it, is it basically as simple as, like, if you have to handle one of these warranty claims yourself, you're going to be out X amount of dollars out of your pocket, and ours cost is just one of those things. Is it as simple as that for you guys?
It's a little bit more complex than that. Just in that it's an insurance-backed product, and so there's an underwriting component, and, some factors that go into it. I think a good general rule of thumb is it's on average probably around $500 for a full 10 years of coverage.
Wow,
that would be a nationwide median price, which is.
Which is pretty great.
Reasonable.
That's pretty reasonable.
Yeah. That's like one warranty issue that you got to handle yourself, that you're out of pocket, blah blah blah. Like that seems like
and that you're right, and that's just a callback. That's not a oh my God, the foundations are crumbling in this subdivision because the soil's moving sort of situation.
Yeah,
no brainer.
Yeah, absolutely. So what would be a great next step for people who are interested in learning about more about this partnership, I guess they would need to go. I'm asking this question to me, really. If you're a Buildertrend user and you're interested in our partnership with 210, you should definitely head up to the cogwheel in Buildertrend on the full site, buildertrend.net. When you log in, click on the cogwheel and click on the Buildertrend Marketplace. There you'll see all of our integrations, all of our partnerships there that we have across a wide gamut there. So if you want to learn more about the partnership, that's one way. Of course, you can always check the show notes.
Oh,
we haven't done that yet.
The show notes.
The show notes. So buildertrend.com/podcast is a great way to find out some more information. We'll put some links in the show notes there for you as well to both 210, Buildertrend, and the Buildertrend Marketplace.
Yeah, that's great. Buildertrend Marketplace. Some people don't know that because it's behind the cogwheel. I think we may need to workshop that
a little bit.
We'll talk to the product
gear?
the gear, the cogwheel.
What do you want to call it?
Either way, the Marketplace. The Marketplace is a great place to find a number of different things, but the aforementioned David Arnold and his team have done a great job of creating partnerships that really help your business outside of Buildertrend, like the one we've done for 210. So shout out.
Yeah.
David. He got a lot of pub this one.
He did.
He's going to like that.
He did say he was a big fan of the podcast. It's probably because we talk about him like this. Yeah.
I would be too.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Mark, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today and sharing your knowledge about warranties and how they benefit our collective clients. If you're out there listening, I think you should take the next step because I really feel like this is a win-win, not only for you, but for your clients. And that just helps make the entire industry better, which is what we're all about. So thank you so much for your partnership. Thanks for coming on the podcast and sharing your knowledge today.
Appreciate the time, guys. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
I just want to make a quick announcement to let our listeners know that this will be my last episode on the building code. I've had such a great adventure starting this podcast from the ground up, and to see what it's become now, I have to thank our great producers that we've had helping us out behind the scenes. Producer Brooke, producer Kaylee, and producer Danielle. Also, I want to thank all of our amazing guests that we've had over the past 94 episodes. It has been an honor and a pleasure to chat with you all. I wish all of our guests and you, the listeners, continued success in your businesses. Love what you heard? Don't forget to rate and subscribe to our podcast so you can hear from more guests that will benefit your business. Also, please check out our show notes page for more information on what we discussed on this episode. You can find it at buildertrend.com/podcast. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on The Building Code.
Appreciate you.